if we lost to OT Mag.
My stomach was hurting.
Why are we not handing the ball off to Bijan?
Get in the water, pussy. And it was Michael Phelps. Fred VanVleet, bag stealer.
A generational thief. Welcome back to another episode of the Will Be Seen Pod. We're finally back from Atlanta. I mean, it was quite a trip.
It was a hell of a trip.
It was quite a trip.
We did our job. That's all that matters. But holy shit. What a great trip, though.
Fantastic trip. We were at the Prize Picks World Championship. Mm-hmm. We had to face off against OT Meg in a square for square entry.
It was sweaty.
It was
Sweaty.
I mean, where do we even begin, man? Like, holy shit. Before we even get into it, this was the most stressed I've ever been sweating out any action in a professional sport. And I've had some pretty big wagers in my lifetime, but I was nauseous the entire Sunday slate.
You barely said anything.
Dude,
like, I thought you left at one point because I like, where's Trent? Where's Trent? And everyone's like, he's in the corner.
Well,
And
dude, they
like,
pulled me to the back room to like film some shit at right before halftime. There's like 5 minutes left.
Such a bad time.
Such a bad time.
Such a bad
Horrible
time. I was thinking of that too.
And there was like no service back there, so I had no idea what was going on. But
brutal.
That didn't help. But I was so nauseous. It was just so sweaty because like if we lost to OT Mag,
It was.
Yeah, my stomach was hurting the entire
it was.
time.
I mean, obviously, like we're pulling to win people coin here.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
just the concept of losing to OT Mag when we do this as our fucking 9 to 5s technically every day, like it would have just been a tough one.
I don't think I saw you leave the couch unless you need to go use the restroom.
Yeah,
like you were like stuck on there.
I didn't leave. I didn't leave the couch.
And then like
I'm
Kyle from Nelk was just nowhere to be found the entire time. So he might not
there
even
was-
know.
He's in the shadows.
He doesn't know
We're
there's
all
football on right now. So I hope he didn't join Team Kyle.
People were all over the place. I mean, Meg was super nice. We got to hang out there for a little bit.
Yeah, she was.
But it was definitely like hurt my stomach more that I felt like we were in trench warfare with this entry, and
Yeah.
she just couldn't have cared less.
Dude, and
Yes.
she kept like giving me that side eye, like, cause she knew how fucking rattled I was all day, and she just kept like going like this, and I'm like, fuck, dude, fuck, like Lockett with 3 quick receptions in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I'm like looking at her entry. It's like all the bars are like halfway home. I'm like, dude, we're about to lose this shit.
And we kind of put together a moose entry.
A moose
We
entry.
did.
Like moose.
Let's talk about the entry.
Yeah.
Let's start with the 3 gobs, okay, that did their jobs. Hats off to Mikey Overs. I'm so proud of you, dude, with Marquise
last
Brown.
one?
It was
Mikey.
a goated
Mikey.
call. You
Just
put
gotta
your
give you
legacy
that.
on the line.
That was
meet
hard for him to do.
meet
you know?
on table.
That was tough. That was tough.
That was hard for you to do, so I'm
Came-
really proud of you.
Came down to the
You
last
Never
stood
doing
on
it
it.
again.
No, but I genuinely, like, after the Cardinals ran the ball to end the game, I was so proud. I was just so proud of you.
You bet on a moose shit team with a moose shit quarterback, and you got moose shit results.
Yeah.
Which was a less than.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was a less than.
It was, how good of a feeling was that? I know you were happy.
Horrible.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
come on.
That sweat was
it
horrible.
was
Oh,
horrible.
Oh yeah, the
sweat's
sweat's
bad.
horrible.
Yeah.
The sweat for a less than is horrible.
Especially
I don't understand
receptions,
the
too.
hype. Like, it was horrible.
Every time
you
he
made
caught
money.
a pass, dude, like the heart would just drop.
Dude,
Yeah.
drop.
Drop.
It's like, fuck. Like, I'm rooting against him to do his job. It sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're also rooting against Clayton Toon, who cannot do his
His
job.
junk.
I was scared he was going to fling it, and he
I mean,
did
the
not
read was
fling it.
right. The read was
It
right.
absolutely was.
Ward was.
Like, the read was
strapped.
right.
Yeah, he was
he got a
strapped.
pick. He even had a pick.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
threw
Apparently,
it to him.
apparently there's an OPI call on Marquise Brown that like was nowhere near OPI, but we got away with one.
I think that was when I was in the back, so I didn't see that.
Oh,
But
shit.
everyone was
big.
freaking out about that.
Marquise Brown less than hit.
Yes.
Logan Thomas receptions hit.
Oh my, that fourth
Gronk.
Logan
That was
That was
Thomas.
so big.
That was sweaty.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw, but the 4th reception, he like came out of like he fucking was like TJ Watt interception where it looked like he came off the sideline to catch it. It looked like he like came out of the corner, top right corner of the screen,
Respondent.
and they're going to the left. So like it literally looked like he had nothing to do. Like he was a streaker that came on and just caught the ball because he was like behind the line.
It was
No,
like
dude,
a
that
little
was, like,
screen.
so sweaty.
Yeah.
Logan was so
That was
sweaty.
that fourth catch was amazing feeling. And then
Rashad White, baby.
that one was so scary.
It was scary.
Because at the 1 yard line, dude, I feel like all of our bets lately have been like just been hoed at the 1 yard line for some bullshit. But they fake handed off to White.
That wasn't
And
that was
Baker
an
tucked
RPO,
it.
bro, or
Yeah.
whatever. It was option.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
Baker tucked it.
Oh my god! I mean, he was in the end zone.
Yeah.
Well, first of all,
And
they
like
get
we all got up and cheered. Too.
Yeah, yeah. No, they get to the one, they get stuffed, and they throw it to Kate Otten, and we're like, "Fuck, dude, this is gonna be a long one." Then, they give it to Baker. He got stuffed, and they give it to Kate Otten. That's what happened.
That's
Yep.
what happened. I was about to say
Yep.
the same
Yeah.
thing.
And then Rashad White later in the first quarter just runs it right up the middle, catch the combo TD. Godwin almost caught one too, but
Yeah,
that was
he
a
did.
W square. Why was that square up? You know, like
W square.
they only had one touchdown each all year.
Yeah, well, I think they did that with a lot of those squares. If we look back, which is guys that scored the week before and guys that hadn't scored in a while. Like Odell was in a touchdown
Yeah.
square
That
with
is
Kenneth
true.
Walker. Like those squares, like the reason why they were up is because it was literally the guy that scored a week before and then a guy that hadn't.
And
scored.
Odell, he did score, didn't
Yeah.
he? Yep.
It was his birthday.
But-
Birthday.
Lamar didn't throw it to him,
No.
so it didn't even count.
Yeah.
For
so
our entry.
our three goblins were Logan, the touchdown, and Marquise less than.
Mm-hmm.
The three cake jobs.
Moose cake job.
Let me
Moose
just
kick.
say, I don't regret taking Lamar. Like it sucked, yes, but like that's something like you hang your hat on.
Yeah, I didn't know
Like,
Gus Edwards was gonna snap off 3 40-yard touchdown rushes.
Yeah, he's just that guy, but we know that now. And
Yeah.
we
No,
moved.
that was tough.
We
I
moved.
It
mean,
was just that they were like 60-yard runs.
No, that was Keaton Mitchell had a 60-yard
Yeah.
run.
Yeah, but then there was like another like 25-yard one that got snapped
Gus.
off.
Gus had 2, Mitchell had 1, Huntley had.
came in, literally spawned in with a touchdown.
fact
I was
that-
like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I didn't think the game script was going to be that dog shit for the Seahawks, which
Yeah.
also chalked Geno's rush yards.
yeah,
But I really don't think the game script really had an effect on that one because it was just a shit square to begin with. You
I
know?
was just happy to see Mac Jones didn't go
Yeah.
over his rush yards because that's who we were deciding
Geno
between.
rush yards might
So.
have been the worst wager we made of all
Yeah,
time.
that's
Yeah.
just the
Yeah.
definition of too cute.
I just think we just don't put quarterback rush yards
Yeah,
in unless
I
it's
think
like
you're right.
Lamar or
Yeah.
someone who's
Yeah,
Geno doesn't have designed rush
No.
plays. Like it's just him
And
scrambling.
you know, too, before on Saturday at a press conference, he had come out and said that his goal this week is to get rid of the ball faster in the pocket, which couldn't have been worse.
That came out after we placed it. Though.
Yeah, it did. It did.
We just, I think, looking forward, the fact that we didn't have a single square that relies on probably the most important part of every player's job in terms of when you catch the ball or you throw the ball, your goal is to get yards. The fact that we didn't have a single square involving yards, all time looking back, what
Yeah.
a dumb
Well,
move.
we were gonna, and it would have went less. We were
Yeah.
gonna take Nico Collins
And
he
Dobbs.
was-
and Dobbs, yeah.
They both went less.
So-
But still.
Yeah.
But I mean, Tank Dell was
Did
up there for
Olave
yards.
hit?
No, Olave hit
Kamara was up
receptions,
there
not
for yards.
Kamara was an option we were going to take.
We were talking about
Yeah.
Kamara and Tank Dell for yards. Those would have fucking smacked.
Did Olave hit?
No, he hit receptions, not yards.
We were never going to take the receptions for him.
Yeah, we took him out after the
Yeah,
ball.
yeah.
Yeah.
But hindsight's 2020.
Of course.
Yeah.
But cooking it up on a Wednesday, that's tough to do. Again, that's not
Tough.
something normally you'd want to do. So
Tough.
I'm just happy we got
Under
to
the
move on.
circumstances we were given in that to cook that entry, it was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough.
I mean, everyone was cool though. TeeGrizzley was chill. He just seemed like the epitome of just like a gambler.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he just showed up, just wanted to chill and watch the games and like
Yeah.
sweat his entry and then leave.
Yeah.
And that's like all he did.
Yeah.
The
The Nelk boys were chill.
Nug boys were chill. Steve will do it. Might be one of the nicest guys
I fuck with him.
I've ever
Yeah.
had the pleasure of meeting
He's
in my
an
entire life.
absolute homie.
Like
Mhm.
actually a genuinely nice guy. Like cared to say hello.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Funny Marco's a goat.
I mean, yeah, that's our
Yeah.
goat. That's
He's our
guy.
goat.
We got to meet Sean O'Malley, who's actually super fucking cool. My brother's a huge UFC guy, and we had a little. I think it was like the day before the competition. PrizePicks had a little party, so we got to hang out with everyone, and we got to hang out with Sean and have a couple of drinks. And I kept having my brother in the back of my mind, and I was like, I gotta go up to Sean and just like ask him like one like dumb fighting question, just to be able to like pour back to my brother, because I remember my brother telling me about him when he was on the Contender Series or whatever with. Who was announcing? Was it Snoop Dogg?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember my brother sending me that clip being like, yo, this kid's fucking sick. And I was like, all right, I just got to go up to him. So I like let a couple of the happy dads sink in. And I went up to Sean and I was like, I didn't have any like fighting questions in my head. So I was like, I'm just going to ask him what he looks for in like a knockout. So I like go up to him. I was like, yo, Sean, what's going on, man? Like, I hate to be that guy, but do you mind if I ask you just like one fighting question really quick? My brother's like a huge UFC guy. He was like, yeah, man, of course. And I was like, so, as as a knockout artist, like, and then immediately he was like, well, I wouldn't say I'm a knockout artist. Like, I look for everything, but yeah, go ahead. And I was like, fuck. Okay.
I already messed it
I
up.
was like a knockout artist. Like, when you're looking to like knock somebody out, what are you looking for?
Mm-hmm.
And he like got in the stance, and while I was saying looking for after the word knockout, he just like tapped my chin, and I think it was just like, it was playful. Like, there wasn't power behind it. I think he was just trying to like he was just in his stance and just like did that, and it just grazed me.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like my brain shook.
That's how he got Aljo, so that makes sense.
Like, he's got rocks
Yeah.
for hands. Like, I think he was just fooling around. But, dude, it hit my jaw, and, like, it felt like my brain shook a little bit. And I was like, dude, if that hit me full force, like, I'm actually positive my brain would have shut off.
Yeah.
And he was like, I look at their chest, and then, like, did, like, some head movement, and I was like, I need to get out of here before, like...
he does like the whole
Yeah.
like
He just
combo on
absolutely
you.
just does like a spinning, what are those kicks called?
back. Yeah, dude, I was like,
Yeah.
I just need to get out of here before the alcohol sets in, and he, like, wants to, like, fool around. I'm not the guy. It's like, I'm not the guy. This was not my intention.
Yeah.
But he, like, just touched me, and I was like, dude, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you forget that. Like, I kept forgetting throughout that night that is literally, like, a walking weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Literally
Like, I went up to Josh, and I was, like, really drunk at this point. I was like, dude, I might fuck around and shoot on Sean. And Josh looked at me, he goes, he would literally murder me. I was like, yeah, no, like, that is actually, like, a walking, like, weaponized human.
No,
Yeah.
a bunch of people were going up to him like all weekend, being like, "Yo, just hit me once," and he's like, "Hit me?" Like, "Yeah, just punch me in my stomach." And people were just
saw
getting
that.
like rocked in the stomach all
Dude,
weekend.
yeah.
It's like that's pretty sick.
Yeah, he was like an all-time guy though. I got to play him in Madden,
Did you win?
and I lost off a fluke fumble.
Ouch.
I really don't want to talk about it. Should have beat him.
Damn.
But yeah, he was just so cool. He's probably the coolest that I met there for sure.
Anything Druski does, like, just makes you laugh.
Yeah,
Dude, he is genuinely fucking hysterical.
he is.
He's so funny.
Like, actually, one of the funnier, like, there was Funny Marco brought his kid to the event, and I was sitting like 2 seats down from him, so I wasn't really sitting next to them, but you could like hear what was going on because it was quiet and they were doing like all that promo shit. And Funny Marco had his daughter in like the little baby carriage. And Druski like walks and he sits down next to Funny Marco's baby, and I just like look over, and Druski just like looks at the baby and goes, "Let's get it, shorty." It's just like a 2-year-old baby, and I was like, dude, like, I don't know why, but I started like giggling out loud. I was like, God, I can't be giggling like that, but it like murdered me, dude, for like no reason.
Yeah, when they had him like recording his like promos, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
Like he was just cracking me
Yeah.
up. Like he is just saying the funniest stuff. But like anything he does, like he says,
He's just like a
hysterical.
silly goose.
Yeah.
He
Like, you know
is.
what I mean? Like, he just reminds me like
You're
he's
supposed
just
to play
a silly
around.
goose. Yeah.
You're supposed to play around.
Imagine him at, like, Thanksgiving dinner.
No.
Oh man,
He's
all
so
time.
funny, dude.
That'd be all time.
Probably put away a couple plates.
Then I
too.
walk outside
Yeah.
and Waka Flocka Flame is just casually
Yeah,
smoking a J.
Spawned. Waka Flocka spawned at the after party. I was sitting next to Josh. He's like, "Is that Waka Flocka?" I turned around. Like, why the fuck is Waka Flocka?
He's
And-
like 6'7", just a beast
Like,
too.
actually-
Meek Mill rolled out.
Yep.
Yeah, Meek Mill was there. Didn't say hi to either of them.
I got so scared. Like looking back now, I'm like, I'm such a wussy. Like didn't get a picture with Druski. Didn't say what to. I love Waka. Like I grew up on Waka.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what am I doing?
I don't feel like it was very like inducive to like hanging out with the other people there. I think a lot of them knew each other too.
Yeah.
So just being like the new kids almost in terms of like Druski knows Funny Marco, he knows Desi Banks, he knows the Nelk Boys, they sponsor his podcast. So like everyone kind of like knew each other. So it felt like weird going up and like introducing yourself. You know what I mean? Because like
For
everyone
sure.
already knew each other. So like we could have been like randoms to them, but
Yeah, the only reason I got to like talk to Druski is because he like came over to Sean when I was playing him, and I was beating Sean at the time. He was like, "He's risen right now. There's no way he's losing." I'm like, "Dude, I'm nice." I was like, "Watch," and he was like, "There's no way he's losing."
But
they're sick.
this
They're
night
all super nice.
we made it past first round.
We
We
did.
got our hands full next week with
Full.
MMG,
My God.
one of the biggest Madden streamers in the game. Went 5 of 6 on his entry.
Yeah.
I think he might have used up all of his goblins.
Dude, he also like we did a collab play together, and he fed absolute cookie butter.
That's
What do
really
you
big.
give?
Jake Elliott field goals. He didn't have one, and I gave him a greenest of most NHL goblins. And everyone, and like literally 250,000 people saw it on Twitter, and like I'm in my DMs fighting for my life for Jake Elliott because like not everyone knew that it was like a collab play. I mean, like it clearly says XMMG, like we're collabing,
Yeah.
Right.
but like I guess people didn't think that Frank was mine because I don't know, for whatever reason.
How
But
would
anyway,
they not?
Exactly. And I'm fighting for my life for this guy's kick. So at this point, fuck MMG.
Yeah, it's fucking MMG.
I need my
all week.
lick back.
No, it's fucking MMG all week.
Yeah, we got to dial the fuck in.
Yeah, we're competing. It's a competition.
Dude, $80 million pending if we win this competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, if everyone hits their $2,000 free entry,
Which-
80 mil.
We're gonna get it for them.
Wait, yeah. What if
Easy.
all 40K place the same entry? Like for the if we win the free
It's
2K
bankrupt
and
back.
just literally 80 mil.
I'll tell you exactly why that would never happen. Because if you watch the surgical stream one time, I don't think that chat has ever agreed with
That's
one
crazy.
play.
Yeah.
I don't think Chew
No,
has
you're
ever
right.
tailed an
Man, crabs can't even agree with the tacos.
fucking taco,
We
dude.
can't let Krabs fuck this entry out, man.
That's a
I
crazy
didn't say
straight
it.
from Craig.
Respectfully.
That is literally
he did. He
crazy
did go
straight
over 4 on the shit.
The worst way to start the day imaginable happened on Sunday, where
dude.
the
What was
fucking
it?
PA announcer goes, and the first goblin of the afternoon, coup with 2 field goals.
In the first quarter, everyone's like,
And I just like peep my head around the corner a little bit. And Chelly's already looking at me. And I'm like, God damn it,
I
dude.
felt so
But
bad.
we did a great job as a group of not bringing up
Nah,
all
Yeah,
the squares
no,
we had.
We were bought in on
Like
not,
I feel like
'Cause Kyle
nobody
Pitts
really
scored.
like did like a crazy like no one
No.
was like I mean the fucking BTL boys couldn't say shit because Mac Jones didn't go more than so.
Yeah,
And
but
that would have been I already know moose.
I appreciate no bad vibes. You know,
No,
it was
I
it
didn't
was
say shit.
No
yeah.
bad vibes.
Chelly didn't
but
say
here's
shit.
the thing, like we're sweating out our entry, but we're also preying on OT Meg's entry's downfall. So you're really sweating out 2 entries.
Dude, we
You're
were
just-
sweating 2 entries.
Yeah.
Who kept sending like the updates in the group
Krabs.
chat? Oh yeah, Krabs like was sending in OT Megan's like
Yeah,
updates. And
yeah.
I was like, shit.
Because like we're watching the Packers game because we need Romeo Dobbs and then Christian Watson catches a big one and you know she's got the yards and you're like, dude, there's no fucking way.
dude,
Like there's no
that-
fucking way.
I almost threw up after that.
Yeah,
walk.
that was gross.
I thought it was a 45-yard catch, and his line was 44 and a half.
Dude, I
Yeah.
know, that
Mhm.
would have been just moose.
It was
Oh
38
my-
yards, and he got hurt on the play.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Hope he's all right. But it was kind of
yeah. Shout out OBJ, balling
Balled
on
out.
his birthday.
Balled out.
Yeah.
Shout out Kamara for not getting in the fucking end zone.
Yep. Yeah.
That's something we gotta start taking. Like Odell on his birthday, like he's kind of a drama queen. Like you know he's gonna pop off.
He's gonna beg for a
You know what I mean?
touchdown.
No, yeah,
He
got-
definitely
he
like
nailed
didn't
his
need to be
yards.
in on that last drive.
No, dude.
And he's like, "Yo, Huntley, you think you can find me, dog? It's my birthday."
I mean, there was just no sweeter feeling than knowing 90% of that place had Odell less than's in their entries and watching
Yeah.
him just bust.
What would have been the perfect entry? Coup, Stroud,
Kamara receiving yards.
Kamara receiving,
Our three got
Logan,
Logan, yeah, and Marquise.
and
Or did you already say Marquise?
Tank
No.
Dell.
but just like goats that popped off.
Oh,
CD. Oh, well, that was
Stroud, Coup,
yeah.
are like were the two.
Yeah, I'll
probably-
say it
Tucker,
now.
Justin Tucker. I mean,
Tucker was
he's
free.
Auto, yeah.
I'll say it now in the pod. We're not getting as cute as we got last
No.
time. Like
No,
I
dude.
refuse to not put goats in just because they're goats. That's
Yeah.
the dumbest rule of all time.
Yeah.
Like I'm not doing that again.
And let's
Let's
not be afraid for
fucking entry
let's-
that we had last time.
pass like yards. I'm not saying let's go all yards, but let's get some yards in
Dude,
there.
if you think a team's gonna be losing and it has a high total, like for example that Texas Buccaneers game, we all agreed Texans Buccaneers we all agreed was gonna go over. We all agreed that the total of that game was gonna go over. So we looked at C.J. Stroud and then obviously Javon, our Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, was like, I think Baker could have a day. I was like, let's fucking just take Baker pass yards. If
Yeah.
we think that game's gonna be like high scoring, and like
Free.
it just swept.
Free.
Swept. But
Yeah.
it's like stuff like that where we all like agree on like, okay, I think this game could be a shootout. But then again, like, imagine the Chiefs and the Dolphins game was on the board for us. Like, we probably would have been
Moose.
Cooked.
in
Yeah.
moose, bro.
We
That
would've been
game went under. It was,
moose.
100%.
I don't even know who hit anything in that game. Like Tyreek went under, Waddle went under.
Did
Kelsey
Travis do
under.
anything?
No.
No.
No,
Dude,
Travis
moose.
played like shit. Pacheco played like shit.
You
I
know
think
Travis would have been in there, man.
Chiefs fantasy score defense. Like, we take the Chiefs defense fantasy score.
No. No.
I mean, we did our jobs.
Yeah.
We won. We beat OT Meg. That was huge. Shout out OT Meg. We advanced the next round. I mean, I feel like that brings us to our segment of did their jobs. There's a lot of people that did do their jobs for us individually this weekend. I think as a collective, as a pod, we did our job.
Right.
Dubs.
We advanced to the next round.
That was gonna be mine. It's
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, we did our fucking jobs.
We
And
did our job.
We've got another this week, and we're dialing the fuck in.
Yeah.
Dialing in.
No fluke shit. No bullshit.
All right, so did their jobs. Who did their job for you?
Who did their job for me?
I can go first if you want.
Yeah,
to
go ahead.
First. Alcohol. You did your job this weekend. I was honestly like, by the time everybody rolled up, I was like overthinking it at first, and then like I just started drinking, and just I felt like I was a lot more comfortable like going up to people saying what's good, chopping it up. I don't know. I also think that like you shouldn't rely on alcohol to go up to people, but it definitely helps me personally.
Absolutely.
Like it just loosened me up. Like felt like I was more outgoing, and so alcohol. You did your job.
Alcohol.
You know who did their job? My Uber driver on Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
That guy didn't just do his job; he put his legacy on the line.
Because I
Trent, it was 9 p.m.
I was blacked. All right, one of like Druski's boys was just like rounding shots every fucking 5 minutes, and every time a new round would come, he would look at me and be like,
Yep.
"Yep, yep, okay, you're getting it." And I felt forced to fucking take it. And after like an hour of that, I couldn't stand on my own 2 feet anymore. Yeah. And that's only happened one other time, when I was at TCU at Billy Bob's, and I called myself a fucking Uber, and that Uber ended up beating the living shit out of me, and I got jumped.
Yeah,
Well, that wasn't your Uber driver, right?
It was a fake ass Uber. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this past Saturday, couldn't stand on my own 2 feet, had the self-awareness to call myself an Uber, get in the Uber, didn't get my shit rocked.
My question, I think that there was another time you're forgetting where you were like that, where you couldn't stand on your 2 feet.
Oh yes, at the Prize Picks fucking event.
We all got shook up that weekend.
Yeah.
But no, shout out my Uber driver for getting me home, because I was fucked up.
I'll never forget that, bro. We're spending out Prize Picks entries in LA for this event, and Trent just got his like.
You know what it was? We were talking about it yesterday. The biggest chop I've ever taken in my fucking life.
Yeah, it was the chop mixed with like the 9 a.m. margaritas that you were taking and shit like that. But his head was in his hands, and I think he was sweating out Seahawks money line for the Surge.
Packers ML against the Lions, go to the playoffs.
No, that was later in the night.
You were already gone by
You
then.
were already dead.
Yeah,
bro.
but that was the last leg.
I know, but we were sweating out Seahawks at the bar, and like they hit like a field goal like as time expired, and everyone's like coming over to Trent to celebrate with him. He's just head in his hands like, I don't feel good.
That event
crazy
was nuts. I was like in and out of being really fucked up, and turned around and everyone was gone.
Yeah.
Like the only person left from Bookit was like Crabbed and Chelly.
Yeah,
So what the fuck happened?
I threw up at the place, so that's how that went for
Lord
me.
died that day.
I mean, that'll do it.
Yeah, that was really embarrassing.
I was sneaking and geeking away from those shots.
Yeah, you were.
Every time there was like a crowd that was like, "Yo, we're doing shots." I was like, "Oh yeah."
Dude.
Yeah, there was always one extra shot, and that's probably
Always.
how Trent got fucked up.
I was ducking, man. I'm not doing shots with
your
those guys.
shot.
I'm not doing
got
shots with
Trent
those guys.
fucked up in a roundabout way.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I also
doing
had like
shots with
4 of
guys.
those shots. I think they were giving me fake ones, because usually 4 like I'm cooked, and I was like chilling. I was like, what? Like it was tequila. It tasted like tequila, but like 4 shots, I'm normally out.
Watered down.
Like I'm heading back to the hotel.
His were not
same time
watered
you
down.
are.
No, they were not watered down, dude. Those things stung going down the hatch.
I'm getting stronger.
Yeah.
Tolerance is getting up.
I don't know why my brain just shut off. Sorry, but did their job. The Horny Bunch, my fantasy team, did our job.
That's fucked.
Took down the only undefeated team left in the league, like we always knew we were.
That's big time.
And I did it all while starting Zach Wilson at quarterback.
That's
So we got one the hard way, we got one our way, and we got one the Horny Bunch way.
Did Zach Wilson outscore Herbert yesterday in fantasy?
I think
I
there
think
was.
the 4 fumbles might have not helped him in that department.
I think it was
Yeah.
like 5-4 in terms of quarterback fantasy points for both of them.
You literally.
And you know what sucks, dude? Is I got too cute. I made, if I would have just kept the same
You
roster.
let the moment get to you.
I
You
did.
let the
did
Horny
you do?
Bunch coming into your crib get to you.
I took Madison out because he's been fucking dog shit,
Yeah, and Dobbs or whoever it was.
and he hasn't scored a touchdown all year until this weekend.
Who'd you
And
put in?
I put in Chuba Hubbard, and Miles Sanders started getting more carries and shit. And I took Koo out.
He had
Because we're all
19 fantasy.
we're all rooting against Koo. I didn't want to fucking have that. I don't know what I was doing there.
Bro.
I just didn't want to.
Almost lost me one of my fantasy leagues, like games this week.
He popped
'Cause
off.
he
Single-handedly.
well?
Yeah.
Single-handedly. He had like 350 yards.
He just let the moment get to him. The Horny Bunch, we just stayed to our P's and Q's. did our jobs and showed up on game day, and Trent just got rattled for the moment.
That was literally all I had left, man. And you stole it from
Josh
me.
Giddy got a tag. We'll get into it for the bitching out.
Yeah, we'll get into it. But did their jobs, the Horny Bunch. I'm really proud of them. We had a lot of good guys on buys. We started Zach Wilson. We got the job done.
Yep.
Did our jobs.
You know what really hurt was in that Chargers-Jets game, picking the wrong Horned Frog to score first.
Oh,
Dude, that's messed.
I mean, I took a chance. You know, could have went Eckler, could have went
Wilson.
and yeah, a goat. But I was like, you know what? QJ popped off last week. Maybe he finds the end zone first this
That's
week.
an insane first touchdown score.
And Darius Davis cribs one.
Well, just so you know, it wouldn't have counted because you have to pick defense special teams, right? So you would have had to pick
Nope,
defense special
that
teams.
is not true anymore. They changed it where defense is not a specific.
I
Defense is separated from special teams, so you have to pick the player on the special.
Oh, so it would have counted. If
I
you
don't
picked
know. I
Darius.
saw a ticket last night that had D/ST.
Okay,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
most-
D/ST. That's what I mean.
Most
Yeah.
don't have that anymore. I
Yeah.
don't know what you saw
FanDuel.
that. Yeah, they don't have that anymore.
I promise they do.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh well, people were complaining. Maybe they fixed it because people were complaining.
No, I remember that whole debacle.
Yeah, exactly.
From a
People
couple
were-
prime times ago.
It was the Charger, or no, it was the Cowboys kicking.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Turpin cribbed one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another Horned Frog.
Do you guys only have kick returners?
Just got quick guys to do the
It's like
job.
Turpin, Darius Davis. Like, what do you guys
Yeah.
don't have?
Did anyone do their job, or was it us?
It was us.
Us.
Keeping it
That's
short
all
and
that mattered,
sweet.
dude. It was. I couldn't even focus on the surgical six. The Bills didn't do their job.
Yeah, I mean, let's just
Oh,
bitch.
yeah.
The bitching hour. Let's just bitch. Why don't you go ahead? I feel like you got a lot on your plate.
God damn it. Where do I begin, dude? Let's start with the Bills. That team, it's like pulling teeth to get them to move the ball down the field. And watching them against the Bengals are looking great.
Joey's back, baby.
Their offense is so balanced. Like watching them drive down the field and then getting the ball back for the Bills was just night and day.
I'm out on James Cook personally. I don't think he's RB1 material. I don't think he's a guy you go to on 1st and 10 to get 5-6 yards. I don't. I think he's a pass catching back. But I really am out on James Cook when it comes to getting a 6-yard gain. I think the Bills have struggled to find their running back for quite
Years,
some time.
yeah.
Singletary wasn't him.
No.
I forget who else they had before. If you guys, Josh, if you remember, the Bills had before Singletary.
No idea.
Exactly. So they've never really.
Frank Gore for a little bit.
They have Frank Gore.
But Josh Allen be throwing so many fucking picks.
He's got to throw one a week just to keep it.
Dude, I can't imagine how greened out that shit is on Prize Picks. It's every game he has a pick.
He has a
Yeah,
pick
they
every
probably
game.
don't even put it up anymore.
No, they definitely don't.
And why it like I didn't see the pick. Like, is he just forcing balls or is he just like bad?
I feel like he just throws so much. It's just like he's due to like get one
That's
pick.
Forcing them.
Mhm.
And like Diggs literally at halftime was like, I'm not even fucking sweating.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah.
The offense was just never on the field.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Diggs is also always bitching.
Always bitching.
He's actually kind of turned
He's
into a
actually
little.
always open.
That's fine, but he's turning into OBJ. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but Diggs caught a touchdown and like ran into the back of one of the security guards, and like completely tabletopped him. The security guard's like laying on top of him for a second because he's obviously shook from like what the hell just happened. And Diggs turns to him, he's like, "Get your bitch ass up, man." After Diggs tabletopped him.
I will say though, if you watch the video, like, you got to get up.
he was
Security
down
guard,
for a while.
The security guard is like 300 pounds, and he's like fucking on, like rolling on Stephon Diggs' ankle. It's like your franchise player. And he's like, "Get your ass up!" And the guy's like trying to like, "You got to get up."
It's interesting to hear from a different side of the coin from that.
Like, I
story.
feel like you could make Stephon Diggs the bad guy, but if you watch the clip, like Diggs is sitting there
I feel
while
like
a
there's just a
300-pound man
nicer-
is just rolling on his ankle trying to get up.
I didn't
It's
see
like,
the
dude,
ankle
get
thing,
up.
But I do think there's definitely a nicer way to do it than get your bitch ass up, man. After you,
I don't think he
just-
said bitch ass. I think he said get your ass up.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Bitch would have added a whole nother
Yeah.
level.
would it have?
That'd be great.
100%.
Bitch ass.
Calling him a bitch ass versus get your ass up.
I don't think he meant anything by it.
Watch the VOD.
Like, the guy was rather large.
Yeah, but
Not the
Bills-
guy's fault, but either way.
Bills sold the surgical. Fuck them.
Damn, bro.
I know, dude. She was surgical. Fuck. I know.
Defeated the Bengals.
I know.
Whatever.
That's a bad pick.
But honestly, narrative play for DeMar Hamlin, right?
I mean,
Wasn't that the game?
yeah,
Yeah,
but he's
so-
not on the field to impact anything.
Yeah,
You know?
but like you think they would mean a little bit more to Bills, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe.
And have to round up my bitching hour with a Josh Giddy technical foul last night. That one really hurt the soul, man.
What did he do?
Just yapping.
You know what's insane?
But he really wasn't yapping.
I didn't see him yapping in your clip.
I know.
Man, dude.
Unless you just didn't add that part.
They didn't cut. They didn't. You can't even see what happened. You literally can't.
Because I know it was an attack.
I looked everywhere, and that one really fucking hurt. And I knew it was coming. I didn't think it would come first week of the NBA season.
Bro, you're like, you're insane to me. It blows my mind. You tweet out, this is the only entry I have left. We're a week in the NBA season. You placed about 5 NBA season-long entries. You have 1 remaining. And the day you tweet that it's the only one left, it gets caked.
Yeah.
Like, what the odds of that happening are like 1,000,000 to 1, and you somehow defy the odds. So maybe you aren't the fade god. Because you just hit 1,000,000 to 1 parlay. Like, that's insane to me.
I mean, the NBA Go Whale is kind of at tape.
Dude, no, it's
Super
not.
at tape.
I mean, I was looking at the stats last night, and I realized we're 5 fucking games in, and I'm already bitching about the
Yeah,
Go
no
Whale.
shit.
Like,
You declared it dead.
yeah, no, it's not that.
They also took 2 guys that are just getting into being the best player on their team roles, which takes like 3 weeks to like figure out.
Yeah,
Also
yeah.
fair.
So
You get on me for like bitching in the third quarter of games. You're bitching first week of an entire season.
yeah, like next to LaMelo Ball's name, it literally says 5 games. I'm like, okay, we still got 70.
And he's just starting to figure it out.
We
now.
still got 76 games left.
Yeah, dude. Like what?
Ridiculous.
So we need him to start locking in, and same with Poole. But Poole figure it out.
Yeah,
He'll-
figure it
he'll-
out. He's got to figure it out. They just got to. They got to fix the way they run that offense. It's just moose.
I need to start bitching about the Oilers if you want to give me a second, man. This team
Big
is
game.
actually really bad. So the Sharks play tonight. So we're filming this on Tuesday. The Sharks play the Flyers tonight. If the Sharks lose to the Flyers tonight, they set the NHL's record of all time of worst start to a season.
They play the Flyers or the Oilers?
Flyers.
Oh.
I'm going to get into the Oilers here in a sec. The Oilers have 2 more wins than the Sharks. So
What?
there's a team about to go 0 I think 14 or 15 to start the NHL season. The Oilers have 2 wins to start the NHL.
What's their record?
2-9.
Dude, the Oilers are.
Were they supposed to be good this year? Or am I
moose.
They have,
crazy?
they have the best player in the NHL. Like,
Right.
You should be winning more than 2 games.
Yeah.
No, dude, they're
Holy
moose.
shit, I didn't know that.
2-8, 2-9, something like that.
Dude, they're moose.
Yeah, they need to actually it's not hang 'em up, but like if we're not doing hang 'em up this week, like all-time contender for hang 'em up, like the Edmonton Oilers.
Who are the best? Like, who's the best?
VGK, Bruins, Stars, they all have the best records right now.
Mm.
And the Ducks have beaten the Bruins
Yeah.
and the VGK.
Yeah.
I know it hurt you to see the Stars doing good.
She left.
Oh, not really.
You left the Devils out of there, but it's okay.
the Devils are
We'll move.
not like. I mean, their record's okay. They're like a couple games above 500.
We're gonna.
I feel like
win
you
the
don't like
cup.
anyone but the Sabres. That's it.
I mean, I didn't even talk about Sabres. We're like similar record to the Devils.
Not skill level.
Yeah, no, not skill level. But Jack Hughes is hurt right now, so we don't have to get into that.
So
We
not
can
even
get into
close.
that when we do pulse check. But moral of the story, bitching hour. The Edmonton Oilers, if you plan on putting money on them that isn't an over, like, please just stop betting on the NHL because it took me to make them my POD.
I was about to say this is the guy that made them a POD.
Oh,
like
yeah.
a
It
week
took them
ago.
to make them my POD against the Stars when the Stars they were on a back-to-back with their backup goalie. The Oilers put up 52 shots on goal and lost the game.
Shooting it at the
Do you
chest.
understand? Do you understand how bad that is? Like, that's
Crazy.
unheard of in the NHL.
Because the average is what, 30 maybe?
Yeah,
Around 30?
30, 32. They put up 50, 52, and
Goodness.
they lost the game.
Wow.
I would like to collab bitch on this just because I feel like last night we were talking in the living room and Trent was like, Mike doesn't even give you credit when you like tail him
4-2,
because
baby.
of moments like 3 days before Chelly made the Oilers his POD. I went in his room and we looked eye to eye and I was like, can we just start fading the Oilers? Like there's no
He did
reason
say
to
that.
bet on them anymore. And he
He
was
did
like,
say that.
no, dude, I'm down. Like we're not betting on like I'm down. Like let's fade the Oilers.
It was a small slate that
2 days later,
POD.
they're a POD with 2 stars, like if tailing.
Dude, honestly, like, it was a,
Like I would like to bitch about that.
it was a small slate that day. The Stars were on a back-to-back. This was my last chance for dude. It was an all-or-nothing play.
We'd already canceled them, and then I
That's
got to
my point.
open my phone.
An all or nothing play.
My point is, like, I was willing to die with the Oilers, and this was like their last chance. Like, you were like, can we start fading them? It feels kind of half-assed to me. It's like, hey, can we just, cool if we just start fading the Bills, Trent? They suck.
Because the Oilers have been junk.
They've been so bad. But also, like,
junk.
the Bills just lost like 3 in a row.
They sold like 2 Chellies
Yeah, they just sold it.
that I was tailing, and they botted it.
I know. Yeah, the Oilers are actually in the dirt. Like, I hope you guys can start getting into hockey if you're watching the pod because it's a lot of fun. It's definitely early in the season, but teams are starting to kind of come into their own right now. Mm-hmm. Start watching hockey. Like it's fun to bet on. SOGs, they're finding ways to. They fixed a Jesper Bratt SOG from 3 days ago. They fixed it yesterday.
And FanDuel paid that shit out.
And they paid it out.
Wow.
Crazy.
They honored it.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
That's sweet of them.
But at least they're making changes. But LC.
Yeah, for my bitching hour, I have Arthur Smith. Because why are we not handing the ball off to Bijan? He's averaging 5 yards per carry this year, but Tyler Algier had more carries than Bijan this past week, and he averages like 3. So like my whole thing is like, why would you take him 8th overall if you're not gonna use him? And partially this is because I did draft him first in fantasy, but it's like I just don't get it.
There's got to be something else.
Like Arthur Smith's known for like really like moving the ball around, like not just feeding like the same guys, but it's like I just don't get it. Like Tyler Algier, why?
You know what's crazy to me is like Kyle Pitts, similar situation where I feel like they bring Kyle Pitts in. Well, Drake London's been, I feel like, finding his groove a little bit since before he got hurt.
Didn't help with Ritter.
Quarterback, but like you bring Kyle Pitts and you expect him to be this like guy that everyone I mean, not that he's overhyped. I think Kyle Pitts is, with what he's been fed, has done decently.
Right.
But then you bring Jonnu Smith, who's like, Jonnu Smith's like a longtime vet, played for like the Patriots for a little bit.
Right.
Then the Titans, and now he's here on the Falcons, and he looks like tight end 1. He looks like how Kyle Pitts, the numbers Jonnu Smith's putting up is what the Falcons fans have wanted from Kyle Pitts for the last 3 seasons, and they haven't gotten it, which blows my mind because, like you said, Bijan, like Algier's getting Bijan workload, and I feel like Jonnu's getting Kyle Pitts' stat line. Like, do they not believe in their young guys? Like, what's going on?
I saw a crazy stat yesterday, and it said Bijan's only had 1 carry in the within 5 yards of the touchdown. I'm like, that's wild. Like that's what he's made for. He's a power back, and he's shifty. That's what he's like. That's why you drafted him. You would think.
Like the way that he jukes like reminds me of Saquon, LaShawn McCoy, like guys who are just so elusive. They're so hard to tackle.
There's just got to be more to it.
Yeah, I think Josh is right. He was talking about it a little bit pre-show. I think Josh kind of has, and I think that feels like the most reasonable. But I think you also see it the most in terms of new positions with running backs. Like, I feel like a lot of teams, when they draft running back really high, I think you rarely, other than like a Derrick Henry, see them just immediately go, okay, you're going to get 25 touches a game. You're going to get 26 touches a game. Like, you're going to be the offense. And I just feel like if you have Bijan, like I agree, like Arthur Smith should just run the ball. But Arthur Smith also just might be like an idiot.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I don't even think he
is.
knows what he's doing.
That's who I'm bitching about. It's Arthur Smith, but like he's known for this. But the whole thing is like you run Bijan, and then that opens up your pass game. But like you're not tricking anyone because you barely hand it off.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess it's split carries, but I'm not scared of Tyler Algier, respectfully.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he's definitely no Bijan.
the whole thing.
I think you see it with Jahmyr Gibbs too, though. He's going through a similar situation. Like, why is he not just getting every touch?
When did he get drafted? What pick was he? What pick was he?
Like 11.
Yeah, the Lions.
He was
traded up for
early.
him.
He was early.
Yeah, really.
Like
he
next
was
running
like
back
9
after
through
Bijan.
11, somewhere there.
Yeah, he was the next running back right after Bijan. The Lions.
But that one kind of made sense because they already kind of had a running back at the time, David Montgomery. But Bijan, like, he was supposed to be the guy, and it's just for whatever reason they're not using him as the guy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't know.
hopefully we figure it out.
Very odd.
Arthur Smith, man.
Very odd. Josh, you want to say what you were saying?
Yeah, I was just saying that, like, I guess running back's a position where, like, you get a lot of beating, and I feel like, or as a rookie, especially on a team that's not going to, like, win playoff games right now, they're not ready to win right now, like, there's no reason to just, like, run him into the ground and potentially get him injured or just, I mean, he's already had a bunch of snaps at Texas, too, so.
I also wonder
kinda
how
like a big
deep
thing
the
for him.
headache thing goes. Like, if that was a bit or not.
Yeah.
Like, if he's a guy that's now starting to struggle with, like, migraines, like, I wonder if you're also, like, in the front office, like, fuck, dude, if we run this kid in the ground, he's got a migraine problem. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's just scary because, like, I mean, you draft him that high and, like, you want to use him, but, like, you don't really know when the right time is to, like, let him break loose. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just like a weird situation because, like, if you just run him to the ground now and you don't win games, like, could affect him next season and the next season and the next season. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Just weird.
I guess, but I don't know because they have been in contention this year, and he's a great receiving back as well. You know, so it's like I don't want him out there making plays,
I'd want
but
him out there as well. Also,
you know.
like, you gave up on Ritter, right? Or what's the deal with Ritter? Is he?
He's
I mean,
junk.
Heineke's just playing so much better.
Yeah.
You got to put him in.
Yeah, but Ritter's not hurt, right? He's benched.
No, he's just
Yeah,
dog
he
shit.
got benched.
But like, so that's my point. You benched the guy you drafted. You're not playing your running back that you drafted.
Ritter kind of makes more sense because he's been
young.
turning the ball over
Yeah.
like
That's
crazy
fair.
too. Super high clip.
I also think they didn't draft Ritter to like be like a franchise quarterback. Like I think that
Right.
was like more of like a transitional quarterback. Like he's gonna get us through the next couple seasons, and we can find our guy.
The sports
Yeah.
trading card community tended to disagree with that take, Josh.
I mean, that's
Because
fair. That's very
Desmond
fair.
Ritter rookie cards went for a pretty penny.
Well, they
And
would
I don't
be-
understand why
Jeez.
Kenny Pickett cards
Dude.
go for 5 times that. Kenny Pickett was the most expensive rookie this year. Dude is ranked 30 out of like 33 quarterbacks. Remember how many started this
Moose.
year? Kenny Pickett fucking sucks.
He's
He's actually
moose.
so bad, dude.
Get it
Like,
out.
it pisses me off.
And there's dudes paying 50 racks for these fucking cards. Like
Dude.
Bailey Zappi's going for 50,000. Has that dude taking a snap?
Dude, I don't even know if he's on a team. What team is he on now? I don't even
He's on
know.
the
I
Patriots
don't.
practice
I-
squad and stuff.
the
Yeah, he's still
sports
paid.
card industry is a whole nother
It's like
conversation.
you're splurging for rookies who are never going to be nothing.
Nothing.
I guess it's just like that gamble. I don't know.
It is
Like-
like it's an investment.
Yeah.
Correct. But fuck Kenny Pickett. You don't invest in Kenny Pickett. This is a fucking ratchet wager. Spending
For real.
$50K for a Kenny Pickett signed autographed football card. Hang him the fuck up.
And his
Yeah.
hands aren't even
50K is
big enough to
outrageous.
grab the ball.
Dude, he's
You're
bot.
spending 50K on his fucking card.
And those small hands. Those small
Dude,
little
give me a
hands.
Josh Dobbs rookie auto ruby red diamond patch.
He's literally a Hall of Famer.
He's
He's
Dude, I
unreal.
tweeted it like the week that I had the
Mega-
Giants
the Mega Max.
minus 4.5 like play of the season. Which should have fucking hit, but I'm not getting into that. Josh Dobbs went goat mode. Do you know how hard it is to watch Josh Dobbs go goat mode and being on the other side of it? It's like the worst feeling in the
Yeah.
entire world.
Dude, he's literally a Hall of Famer.
He's so good, bro.
Like, I don't understand
And-
how he's gotten this far.
and you were trying to get me to put Falcons in the surgical just for Dobbs to pull off
That's
some
fair because
wizardry.
I told you Hall was a fade, which Hall is a fade. That
Fade.
guy sucked.
How about Dobbs getting sacked in the end zone for a safety and then putting his meat on the
It's
tape
called perseverance,
and
man.
fucking winning a ball game without even knowing the plays?
You guys remember when they were complaining, or Josh Dobbs was complaining that he couldn't find his jersey in like the Cardinals team
Oh, yeah.
store? I'm starting to realize why, bro. Because he was out of there. Like he was not staying there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Like,
dealt
we
him
can
quick.
put it up.
They had his jersey in the Vikings team store though, like
Oh,
right away.
Yeah, they already got him
bro.
Yeah,
up.
they already
Mhm.
got him on.
My cop one, bro. Is that a meme?
That's a dope jersey.
No, I literally
Great
saw a
jersey.
tweet. It was like, in 10 to 15 years, that Josh Dobbs jersey is going to be the deepest cut of all time.
Yeah. Yeah, I did see
Some
that.
kids won't understand.
Did
Yeah.
you guys know he's like literally a rocket scientist?
Yeah.
Didn't
The
know that.
Pastronaut is
What?
what they're calling him.
Oh, that's pretty
Oh,
fire.
the
It's kind of a sick
The
nickname.
Pastronaut.
Wow.
Because he was going to be an aeroscience engineer.
What was
Yeah.
what was the dude on TV last night that made some stupid joke and we were like, boo?
Oh.
It was Madison Square Harden. We're just like,
we were just watching.
boo.
Actually, I'll just use that as my bitching hour. Like, ESPN's product is the worst it's ever been. When
Horrible,
Trent and I sat down last night at like 11:30, which is like peak sports
Sports
time
Center.
when you just want to
Yeah.
see like NBA highlights, college basketball highlights, Monday Night Football highlights, and it was literally. It sounded like a high school like sportcaster was reviewing like some cool games.
They also have the easiest job. Play the fucking highlights, say a couple nice things about the players.
That's it.
And move the fuck on.
They were like, James Harden thought he was going to turn Madison Square Garden into Madison Square Harden, but he didn't. And it was like, fucking, dude, what am I watching?
we
You
all,
know, he looked at the camera, guys, like,
yeah.
No, we were like, he thought he cooked something there. Like, he was like, yeah, I might have just done something.
And we were all just
crazy.
like, boo.
But it's like, there's 15 NBA games on. There's a Monday Night Football game on.
50
College basketball
football, yeah.
game was on.
Yeah,
Like, college basketball is back.
Yep.
We watched it. They showed 2 plays from the first half of Monday Night Football, a play from the second half. Then they showed just the Clipper game, which, by the way, the Heat and Lakers had like a 1-point game. Damian Lillard and the Bucks battled. Like, there was great games. They showed the Knicks Harden game, which like wasn't even that great of the game. Like, the Knicks ended up like beating the shit out of them. Then they showed the LSU women's basketball team losing. Then they showed one college basketball game, and then it was like done.
Yeah.
Wait, LSU lost? Sorry.
Yeah.
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 It was
Bold,
fucking
the Buffs
moosed.
beat
yeah, the
them.
Buffs.
Yeah. They were
Shador.
splat.
Ooh, baby.
They couldn't miss. It was insane. They were this one girl, I forget her name, was just
Schroeder?
unconscious.
Did you watch the game?
We watched the fucking highlight.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Force the highlight.
But like,
down
no,
my
what he's
throat.
trying to say is like ESPN, like we were just trying to get caught up on sports that day, and after 45 minutes of watching it, we had no idea what the fuck happened in
Yeah,
sports.
you like had no idea.
All you knew is that James Harden had 19 points. The Jets lost. The LSU women's basketball team lost, and Michigan State got upset.
Yeah, and there
Dude,
was
that's moose.
yeah,
Dude, like moose.
literally, this is the first time I was like, dude, let's put on NBA Network and fucking watch some highlights.
Because we were like, I just want to see what happened. Because we thought the start of the Knicks game was going to be like all the NBA highlights.
Yeah,
Right after that, it went to the women's college basketball.
that's
Yeah.
news. Dude, you know what's crazy? It's like they play Sports Center from 11:30 until 7:30 a.m. Like they'll run the same hour-long Sports
Yeah.
Center episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's moose.
Moose.
Like I'm like so mad about it, bro.
They fell
I'm glad you
off.
brought that up, bro. ESPN fucking
ESPN has
sucks.
fallen
It
off.
really
and-
has. It used to be so elite.
It used to be like a core memory of my
Dude,
childhood.
you used to get
Yeah.
fucking RJ Barrett from the corner, and he's as cool as the other side of
Yeah.
the pillow. Like now you get James Harden thought he was going to turn Madison Square Garden into Madison Square Harden, but it didn't work out. Like, dude, what am I fucking listening
Yeah.
to? Like, actually.
Also, on that topic of James Harden, I think that whole, what's the word I'm looking for? That whole like situation with the Clippers, I think does not make them much better.
No, they're junk.
Yeah,
They're moves.
I mean,
Yeah.
James Harden just needs to be the best player and the kind of the only player on his team. I think.
I agree. That's why
Who's
he
in
worked
that
the
position? Right? Oh, Jordan Poole. Like if James Harden went to the Wizards and Jordan Poole came, fuck Jordan Poole. But if James Harden was at the Wizards, like he dropped 50 every game.
Yeah, it's like he was on the Rockets.
yeah.
That's like the only way James Harden can be James Harden is if like they're like, yeah, we got no one else.
We were talking about like professional bag stealers last
Oh my
night in
God.
sports. Someone who's just fleeced a league or a team for just unbelievable amounts of
Dude,
coin.
fucking the dude who's supposed to be on the Shanghai, Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, he's kind of playing well, but
Is he?
yeah,
He's averaging like 17.
Fred VanVleet bag
Fred
stealer.
VanVleet is up there.
I love Fred Van.
Dude, he's-
Dude, but he's a generational thief.
Daniel Jones, bro.
Dude.
200 mil almost.
and he can't get 100
Damn.
plus rush.
I didn't know it was that much.
But we were talking about what sport do you think has the biggest or the most amount of just bag stealing thieves?
NBA,
NBA.
without a doubt.
100%.
Maybe stealing
They'll
bags.
You're
just
getting
sit down for 10 games because they don't want to play.
And you're
Stealing.
seeing guys that are not even all stars
Julius Randle,
get mega max.
bag stealer.
Yeah,
Who you're thinking of when you say that?
like mega max or
Yeah,
bag stealers.
No, like guys who aren't even the best at their position. Or
Fred VanVleet, I'm pretty sure is a
Mega max guy?
max contract guy. You
Zach Levine.
Zach Levine.
Oh, that's
Gets
bad.
paid like
Zach
40
Levine's
million.
good.
He's good. He's
Yeah,
good.
he
He's
is
not,
good.
but that's like he's stealing a bag. He never shows up in big games. He's stealing a bag.
Deshaun Watson.
I was gonna say that 250 mil guaranteed.
generational thief.
Yeah, that
of
was
bags.
That's
He
the
has
worst
more guaranteed money than fucking Mahomes.
Holy.
Do you what?
Yep, he has the biggest guaranteed contract of all time in the NFL. Isn't that fucking insane?
Who else were we talking about with the bag stealers?
I mean, like the one that first that comes to mind is like Brock Osweiler. Dude signed
Dude.
200 mil and played like 8 games.
that guy had a shiesty on when he
Yeah.
did that.
That's grade A back.
What do you
I
think
got one
Brock
for Mikey.
Osweiler's investing in? Sorry.
Le'Veon Bell.
Oh my.
Ultimate bag
thief.
stealer.
Thief.
Like actual
ultimate.
thief.
Thief.
2 hands full.
Honestly, MLB could get in that conversation
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
Because
for sure.
like those injuries.
There's so
will cut
many
you out.
dudes who have come through the
Because you
Angels.
could say, I mean, I don't want to say DeGrom, it's not his fault, but
yeah,
he made a bag this year and he didn't play.
yeah.
You know,
Fuck, I just had one. I forgot.
I mean, there's so many
There's
in the NBA
so
right
many.
now.
I feel like Harden is.
no,
like,
yeah, that's what we're saying.
yeah,
Harden,
like-
all-time thief.
But then, like, you watch him play, and you're like, okay.
But he
he's-
doesn't win anything.
But yeah,
Yeah.
he's just always causing fucking drama.
Tobias Harris.
what if like
Tobias
Shohei?
Harris.
Tobias Harris is a really good one. That's a good
I
one.
don't know how he got fucking so much money, and I knew when they signed him, I'm like, dude, he's just not that guy.
Dude, imagine if Shohei gets his bag and then just.
No,
It's impossible. Shohei.
That's like saying imagine LeBron.
Well,
gets
because
his
like next
bag.
year he won't pitch, correct?
No.
He
Or
won't. He's
correct,
just gonna
yeah.
hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really? He's not pitching.
Who
this year?
else, dude? I was
No,
trying
I'm
to.
not
We were
saying
on
that.
such a groove last night.
I
of just
know.
thieves.
I know.
Brock
There's-
Osweiler is.
No, Brock
crazy.
Osweiler's
Who's
generational.
on like Thief Watch? I think that's a fair question.
Thief watch.
Like who just signed like a bag, but like maybe.
I mean, Daniel Jones, but he's
Yeah.
already a thief.
Fuck
Justin
Daniel.
Herbert's on Thief Watch.
Yeah,
Low-key, if he doesn't start
Oh.
winning big
Yeah,
games,
Thief
he's on
Watch,
Thief
dude.
Watch.
I disagree with that.
I
He's
disagree with
he's
that.
got Keenan Allen, and that's
And
it,
he's
bro.
so young.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like he's on watch. Like he just got paid a bag and he hasn't won a big game.
Yeah, it's
really
Thief Watch.
Thief Watch.
Thief Watch.
Chargers defense also the worst defense in the league.
I mean, Jordan Poole might be on Thief Watch. Like he might just be on Thief Watch.
he's always been on thief watch though.
No, he didn't have like a bag on the Warriors. He got paid to come to the Wizards.
Yeah.
There was one more guy in the
know,
NBA.
dude,
It's
we're
killing me. He was
missing
such a
out.
thief. We were like, God, a generational
Yeah.
bag stealer.
I mean, Albert Pujols might even be up there. 10 years, like 300 mil,
Dude.
For what?
Who's
was
another
it?
one, Nick? Who's that guy that's still getting paid and he barely even played?
Oh, I know
Or he
exactly
did
what
play,
you're
but-
talking
Oh.
about.
Luau Dang. Generational
he is
bag
paid, yeah.
stealer.
You got like Griffey and also the guy on the Mets, Bobby Bonilla.
Yeah, I
who
mean that's literally generational bag stealer.
Yeah.
That dude gets
Like
$1 million.
I'm telling you, MLB
every
punches
4th of
up there,
July he
too.
gets $1 million.
Every 4th of July, he gets
Yeah.
paid $1 million.
Or July something. I don't know. if it's
July
4th.
1st.
Yeah,
July 1st.
yeah.
It's kind of hype.
So high. But no, it's a W segment.
Oh, I'm
But
just
dude,
going through it.
I'm blanking.
Oh. Benjamin Simmons is an
He's-
all-time generational bag stealer.
Still has a lot to prove, and he's still really young.
Dude, the bags that he's gotten paid
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
just not playing
Yeah, no,
and
you're
not
right.
being able to shoot a basketball.
It's also crazy. I feel like he's not even a bag stealer. Just like whoever gave him money is just an idiot. Because like he never did anything.
Jalen
fault.
Brown, he can't even use his left hand. Stealing bags from the Celtics, dude.
Ben Simmons
Trey
won.
Young, bag stealer.
Trae Young.
Leave Trey Young out of it, man.
Dude, he's a bag stealer for sure.
Ben Simmons, that one cuts deep. Do you like? And I don't want to get into it right now in the whole Ben Simmons rant, but just not being able to shoot a free throw in the NBA
It's insane.
and being like needing to be on that court to play defense and like not being able to play in your paying. How much was Ben Simmons making?
I have no idea.
It
but
had, like-
he also, it's crazy. Like you said this, like he can't make a free throw, and his entire game is going to the rim. The only way he can score is going to the rim, and he can't make a free throw.
Yeah.
That is awful.
Generational bag stealer.
Generational.
I mean, he's very valuable on defense and on the glass.
There's no
but-
way we are making
No,
a case
no,
for Ben
I'm
Simmons.
saying someone else. I was gonna say Rudy Gobert, potential bag stealer.
No, but he's like
Nice.
defensive player of the year.
Defense
Yeah.
player.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
nice.
Remember when they were counting down Giannis's free throws because
Yeah.
he was taking
Yes,
so long?
dude.
But he had made the adjustment, and they don't even talk about that anymore.
No, yeah.
Ben
Well, 'cause it's not
Simmons
new.
still can't make a free throw.
Dude, he's junk, dude. He's literal junk. I mean, as a Sixers fan, I guess that leads us into our next segment is pulse check. Not that you need to pulse check the Sixers, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
there are some guys that'll just crumble the way you feel about your team. And Zach Wilson is walking into that conversation for me.
What does that mean, crumble the way you feel about your team? What do you mean by that?
Like one man can just
game.
destroy how you feel.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Free parlay. It can just destroy how, like, Sixers fans, when Ben Simmons started doing that, like, as a Sixer, like,
Oh,
if
okay,
I put
yeah.
myself in Sixers fan shoes, one guy ruined my
Well,
entire, like,
Quarterback of your team is usually going to be the guy that you makes or breaks the team. And he's
Right.
fucking breaking your team.
yeah, I mean, and, like, just pulse check on the Jets. We had a long conversation last night. Dave, like, sat me down, and we had to have, like,
You had a Dave
an
talk?
adult
Yeah.
conversation about Zach Wilson.
This man was fighting for his life defending Zach Wilson, and I don't know why you
It's not a
continue.
But
hill
here's what I'll
down,
say.
yeah.
Here's what I'll say. I see and I understand why people think he sucks. I just don't understand how we are not giving him the benefit of the doubt as a backup quarterback. He's a backup quarterback now. I know we drafted him second overall, but he's now a backup quarterback. I'm going to list you the teams that Zach Wilson has had to play this year as a backup quarterback, and he's won half of these games, and I want you to tell me what backup could have a better record. And you can't say Josh Dobbs because we already went through it, and he doesn't have a better record. Zach Wilson, since having to stumble into the starting job, has had to play the Buffalo Bills, the Dallas Cowboys, the New England Patriots. By the way, New England Patriots in division, Bill Belichick, one of the best coaches of all time. The Kansas City Chiefs,
Lost
the
him.
Denver Broncos, the Philadelphia Eagles, the New York Giants, and now the Chargers. Chargers, Eagles, Chiefs, Patriots, Cowboys, Bills. That is a gauntlet of
Yeah, it's
teams.
tough.
And
It's a
I don't
tough
think
schedule.
anyone disagrees with
I
that.
don't
And
disagree
I
with
think everybody's agreeing that it's a fucking miracle you're 4-4. And so I don't know what you're bitching about.
But my whole thing is
I
like
can tell you someone.
I I've never felt the way I feel about Zach Wilson, and I don't know if I'm ready to move on from yet, because after looking at the schedule, I don't know if he could have done better. Like, obviously, you watched the game last night. Garrett Wilson fumbles. Breece Hall fumbles. That's not his fault. Like, a lot of the time we lose games, and I feel like it gets pinned on him because he's the quarterback. But, like, last night, I generally don't think it was his fault that we lost that ball game.
No shit. Same goes for Dak Prescott. I mean, he played fucking phenomenal against the Eagles, but they lose, and they're still finding ways to meme Dak Prescott for losing that game. Yeah. He looked absolutely insane.
Dak Prescott is on a Mega Max year 9. Zach Wilson's third year, like, trying to figure it out as a backup.
I know, but at the same time, you're 4-4, and that's a miracle with that lineup you just read off.
Yeah.
A literal miracle, and you should be fucking stoked.
It is. Among those wins are the Bills and Eagles.
And you're still right there within striking distance of the division.
Yeah, because the division is turning out to be mess.
And the Bills and Dolphins are fake-ass good.
Okay,
I just don't know how to feel about the team, because I really thought we were going to be a Super Bowl team with Aaron Rodgers, and now with Zach Wilson, it feels like I almost would rather us not be in playoff contention, because I feel as though we have guys on defense that are at the age where they're not going to be as good as they are next year, and it's going to fucking kill me if Aaron Rodgers comes back and our defense isn't at the clip it's at this year.
I don't know how you can defend Zach Wilson after going 3 for 17 on third downs. 8 sacks were allowed. That's also not his fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
But you're 4-4. You should be fucking happy.
All right. Pulse check, Jets fans.
I'm
I'm
happy.
happy.
For a long time.
I'm
going to name 7
feel
quarterbacks.
pressure.
I'm going to name 7 backup quarterbacks in the NFL who would have a better record than Zach Wilson and the Jets.
7.
If they were in Zach Wilson's position, I will name 7 backup quarterbacks in the NFL right now who would be doing better than Zach Wilson.
Okay.
Andy Dalton.
No.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett.
No.
Taylor Heineke.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston.
No. He blew a lead to the fucking Falcons. He's junk.
Jameis Winston. Cooper Rush.
No.
And Teddy Bridgewater.
Well, Teddy Bridgewater, yeah. I think Teddy Bridgewater and Taylor Heineke are the only two. That would be 5 and 3.
I think Andy Dalton is also a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, being like a vet and like knowing, just get the ball in your player's hands. Like that's what he could do, and Zach Wilson can't do that.
Those are all guys who are currently backups that I think could probably be doing a lot better job than Zach Wilson could. And I get that you need to die on the Zach Wilson hill as a Jets fan. So I respect that I respect the fuck out of it. It's not an easy guy to defend. He doesn't have the numbers to defend.
Dude, he's actually impossible to defend.
You do a fantastic job defending him.
It's really hard.
Because he's not
It's
good.
It's just like watching him last night. It's just some of his decision making. Like he thinks he has like a cannon arm to like squeeze these balls in tight windows.
He did have some really good throws, I will say.
As you should.
Dude, when he throws the ball, it looks gorgeous every time.
There were some questionable ones. I got like tips, and I was like,
yeah.
But you know.
But Teddy Bridgewater's a free agent right now. He's not even on a team.
But I think the problem is, though, is that the minute you sit Zach Wilson, you can never bring him back in now.
But you've already done that twice, and you've brought him back twice now.
Exactly, but this was the last time. Like, that's why Robert Saleh has yet to, like, burn the bridge, because we're 4-4, and if you bring Trevor Siemian in and sit Zach, he will actually have no confidence. And it's so hard. I don't want to keep rambling about the Jets, but he's just so good in press conferences now that, like, I'm upset as a fan. I go to Twitter because I want to just find a reason.
Yeah.
And he just says all the right things.
He's gotten so much better,
So
like
much
being
better.
likable now. Like before, it was like he's just not very likable. But
Dude, the one thing, the reason I'll never shit on Zach Wilson as hard as I want to is because he mucks MILFs.
He does muck. You got to tip the cap.
He mocks MILFs.
Tip the fucking
Mocks
cap to
MILFs.
Zach Wilson. He's in, like, multiple players' mom's cheeks.
Dude, mocks MILFs, dude. No one's
Um,
mom is safe. And then the last pulse check, Providence College, we're back. We're going to win the NCAA tournament. Let's move.
Shut up.
Do you want
Trent,
to pulse
you got
check
a pulse
anything?
check?
Pulse check on Surge 6 Taylors. We've only hit one. We're in week 10. I got to figure it the fuck
You
out.
gotta figure it the fuck
gotta
out.
dial
Because
in.
I'm tailing.
I'm letting everybody down. It's been a while. It's been like 5 weeks, I think, since the last one.
it's been a minute.
So I
But
got
like
to come through.
5 or 6. It's starting to get like the Frosty 5. You might want to make it a Frosty 5 next week.
Yeah, so I got to lock in and figure it out. This Prize Picks tournament definitely is not helping me lock in, but we're going to lock in. I'm going to bring home a
You
Surge
want
6.
to pulse check the Thunder? I feel like there's some Thunder fans
Dude.
out there would love a pulse check.
Oh my goodness, bro. The Thunder are fucking insane. They're so good. They're so well-rounded. They're so fun to watch.
Playoff push? Thoughts?
Yeah, we're making the playoffs. I have a lot of units on them to make the playoffs, and I have all the confidence in the world. They just look so good. Chet is everything I wanted and more I was not expecting him to
he's
be
hooping right now.
the way to look the way that he is, and he's definitely proven himself. It sucks that Wemby is literally a fucking different type of beast, because he's definitely gonna win Rookie of the Year. He's like minus 400 right now. But no, I'm so fucking excited for OKC basketball and the way they look.
I mean, Shai Gilgeous might be the best scorer in the NBA.
Dude, he's so good.
He is
dude.
good.
Can we just take his points every night?
His bag is so deep.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's
got such a
gross.
deep
There's a new partnership with like the NBA and Skims, and we were watching the NBA channel last night, and the commercial comes on. That shit was kind of sus. Dude,
He's just getting
I'll
his
be
bag,
that,
bro.
You know
Leave
what
him
though? I'll
alone.
be that guy. There's not many guys in the NBA you'd pick for an underwear ad other than Shai Gilgeous.
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry, but yeah, I agree.
I mean, well, yeah, if you want cheeks up, if you want to be like, you want your cheeks to look ravishing.
See how they hold him up back there, you know.
I'll do a pulse check real quick. I could do a lot of my teams are very encouraging right now. Raiders, obviously. Why are we smoking cigars after Daniel Jones blew out his ACL? I mean, we gotta figure that one out. But it's
Who
okay.
supplied them is my point. Like, who
Yeah.
had those on deck to be like, let's go, boys.
Yeah, no, I mean, our locker room is really funny right now because I know that Devontae Adams video went viral of him shooting that
was funny.
shot. But yeah, Raiders, I mean, I just hope that I wanted us to tank. We're not tanking, so I just got to be back on board at this point. I got to say. Sabres, pulse check for all my Sabres fans out there. I know you guys are super excited, but I'm worried. And I don't want to come in here and be like, oh, like my team's looking good, this team's looking good. Sabres, we gotta figure out our problems defensively. We're getting a lot of injuries, but hopefully if we can beat the bad team, we need to beat the bad teams. That's our thing. We'll lose the Flyers and then we'll like beat the Bruins or something like that. We gotta figure out beating teams that we are better than on paper. Mm-hmm. That's our biggest thing as a team right now. So moving forward, that's what I'm gonna be focused on. Anytime the Sabres like minus 200, like we're usually fade material, but when we're plus 170 like we are tonight. Forget who we're playing because I'm not betting on it. But we need to win the games where we're minus 200.
Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah.
And lastly, the Sixers, Tyrese Maxey. I'm all the way the fuck in.
Dude, he's so
I'm
good.
all the way in on
Dude,
Maxey,
he's so
bro.
good.
He is good. For a real pulse check, so shout out the Texas Rangers for winning the World Series, baby. I haven't got to
Yeah, let's go.
congrat them, so yeah.
Let's go.
That's
Big
hype.
time. Big time.
Hype.
First ring.
I will say though, I want to be all in on Texas sports, but it is so hard
Where's this going?
to be all in when the Rangers win the World Series and they do their fucking parade in Arlington when you have like a city 20 minutes down the road that I feel like could have been electricity.
That's fair, but I did think it was cool they did it outside the stadium because they had like a whole like I don't know if you saw though, but like people were like trashing the parade. It's like over 400,000 people there, and it was electric. Like it was really cool. Like if you actually watched it, I think they did a great job.
I heard logistically it was a nightmare to get in and out of
Yeah.
that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's tough. That part's
But also
tough.
400,000, you think how big Texas is? I think the Chicago parade had like 1.4 million.
It had 5 million.
5 million.
For
on
what
the
team?
Cubs.
That's the Cubs though.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
I'm saying like I feel like if you put it in Dallas, like you could have had
You coulda had
well
more.
over 1 million people.
Yeah,
like,
that's
well over. And then
Yeah.
they're going like then you get those videos of like the Warriors going down the streets in San Fran. Like you got the boys going down the fucking streets. Of
in
Dallas.
all
That
fairness,
was
what day
sick.
did they hold the parade?
The Cubs parade. It was during the week because I got off school. It was like Tuesday or Wednesday or something.
Oh, well,
Mm.
I was
Well,
gonna
that
use
was-
that to my advantage. I don't have anything there.
But are
I
you
was
like
just
are you all
disappointed
in
'cause
on the
I wanted it to be
Mavs?
through Dallas.
Are you all in on the
Yeah.
Mavs? Are you all in on the Stars? Like I mean,
I'm all out on the Stars.
all right. What about the
You knew
Mavs?
that.
I have faith. Like the Mavs are my Western Conference team, but I just feel like I just feel like a fraud rooting for the Texas teams. Like I feel like I'll never fit in with the Mavs fan base,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. You
It
know what I mean?
does. It
Like, you know
does.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you see girls like Lindsay who are like all in on like Texas sports, like you're all in on Texas sports. Like I feel like a fraud being like, let's go Mavs. Like I feel like I might as well just like be a Knicks.
Because like I
fan.
feel for you because like you'll be like my city. I'm like, do you feel like this is your city
No.
though? You know,
No.
it's like it's not. Your
But I wanted
city.
my city to have a parade and then they didn't, so now I'm all out on the Rangers. I was
But,
all
like-
in on the Rangers, now I'm all out on the
But you have to see it from there. Like I think it's cool to have it outside the stadium. It just sucks that's where the stadium is.
Yeah, the
And
stadium's-
we never
yeah,
agreed
I
with
was-
that,
I
but
agree with that.
it made sense
the
stadium-
logistically.
There's Six Flags right next to it. That's about it. Like with people on the
Yeah.
roller coaster celebrating.
Yeah,
the
no,
Cowboys,
dude.
Cowboys.
No,
True.
dude. But I know like a bunch of my buddies are like, dude, I'm not making the trip out to Arlington.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it's like that's a shame because like that's
Yeah.
like that could be a once in a lifetime. You know what I mean? Like
For
to be able to
sure.
be in the city where your team wins a ring. You know what I mean? However, if the Mavericks win a ring, I will be naked in the streets. Like just let that be known.
See, but that'll like be in Dallas because they're in Dallas. They just fumbled the bag with the Cowboys and the Rangers being in Arlington.
Yeah,
but
it's weird,
is what it is. Is what it is.
All right, Jack. I just called Josh Zach.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, Zach Wilson.
I just called Josh Zach.
Glazing's crazy.
It's my captain. Can you give me a fun fact?
Yeah, I got you.
And then we'll go to the game.
All right, so if Wayne Gretzky had never scored a single goal in the NHL, he would still be the all-time points leader.
Whoa.
My question expanding off of this is, who is the biggest or the most undisputed GOAT in their own sport?
Michael Phelps,
That's like a
That's a
free answer.
great one.
without question.
I feel like I've thought about
Tiger
this before.
Woods?
Nah, but you can argue like
Who?
Arnold Palmer. I feel like you would.
Jack Nicklaus would be the only one that you can argue with.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael Jordan, obviously, but
I think
those are
Tiger
my
coming
guys.
back and winning the green jacket after like everybody wrote and everything he did.
in terms of just a clear GOAT,
Did you say
no
Tom
debate.
Brady?
Yeah, Mahomes could be an argument.
like just with no
Well, I guess,
debate.
like, success.
Yeah, Tom Brady's definitely in,
Yeah, Tom
in the
Brady.
conversation, but I would have to go Michael Phelps.
Is it not
That's a
Messi?
great one.
Is it not Messi?
It's just like you could like Messi
You
and
can't,
Ronaldo.
though.
People can
But you
argue
can't.
for days.
That debate's over.
Yeah, but
Messi
like
won
the-
the World Cup.
But then you could be like, Ronaldo won a Euro. You know what I mean?
Did
No, but it's
Ronaldo
not the
not win a
same.
World Cup?
No.
No, he won the Euros with Portugal.
won the Euros.
He didn't win.
No.
No.
The year where he was injured on the sideline.
What?
That was a
Holy-
year.
He like coached.
Yeah.
it was pretty
That
dope.
was sick.
I'm not a
Messi could
Ronaldo
definitely-
hater.
But then you could be like Pele. He won a
Mm.
couple of World Cups.
Also, the guy this stat was about, Wayne Gretzky. I don't think that there's anybody like all time that you could really argue.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's my thing, and I would love everyone's take on this. Wayne Gretzky might have been playing plumbers. the same as you could be like
Will.
Bob Cousy was playing milkmen.
Or Babe Ruth.
Mm.
Babe Ruth was playing like alcoholics.
Yeah. Well,
So like,
Babe
where
Ruth
do you
was an
draw? Like,
alcoholic.
like if you took these guys, let's say you put Wayne Gretzky on the ice right now with like, and he's skating against Connor McDavid and Draisaitl and Jack Hughes. I don't know if he would know left from right. The same way if you put Babe Ruth in the box and fucking Shohei is 6'6", like dealing on him, like he'd shit his
See, I
pants.
try not to do that though, because like obviously like generation, like we're just becoming bigger people in general, and we are evolving. So I hate like trying to compare because it's not fair. They didn't have that
Yeah.
back then. There's nothing they could do. But
That's why it's like Michael Phelps
fair
because he's
point.
going up against literal Olympians
yeah,
and whooping that ass without even a contest.
You could say Usain Bolt. I
Yeah.
don't know if anyone's ever beat Usain.
Usain was a goat.
That's just pure
He was a
speed.
goat.
Michael Phelps is also a good argument too because nothing about the sport has changed. Like the water's
I was
water.
just about to
Right.
say
The water.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
The
NBA,
water.
different shoes, different court. like,
hockey. The
NFL.
style of hockey's changed so much.
Yeah.
Like back then, used to be just
Swim-
really hard nose hitting
Mhm.
physical game. Now
Did they
it's
used to not wear helmets? thought I heard.
like way
Yeah,
back,
like
but
way back.
that
Okay.
they've worn helmets for a minute.
Yeah, I just knew like way back. they didn't
Football,
wear
they used to not wear helmets, right?
Golf, you could also argue. You change the clubs a lot. Change
Yeah,
the
exactly.
ball.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like all the technology gets better. But I guess in golf they do like make the course longer as technology advances.
What
so,
about like Floyd Mayweather? Is
Guys,
that
it's hard to do. I feel like combat sports are so hard because like
yeah the weight class?
Floyd Mayweather might be a goat, but if he fucking like actually fought, like
Fury.
yeah, like Tyson Fury would take his head off. You know what I mean? Like it's like
So
when you see
tough to
Sean
say.
O'Malley, like he might go down as one of the greats of his weight class, but if you put like Sean O'Malley against like John Jones, like John Jones would catch a case.
Yeah, you're right.
I feel like combat sports are so tough.
It's really difficult.
Yeah, Michael Phelps is the one where I'm like, yeah, no doubt.
All right, Mike. So yeah, unanimously, I think we're gonna get married to Michael Phelps.
Yeah, we'll marry Michael Phelps. Aye. No, I'm just kidding.
Fun fact: I was in a.
You should smoke a joint in his house too.
Yeah,
So-
Michael Phelps' wife's bathroom is amazing.
I was in Cabo with my friends in high school, and we're at this like really fancy spa. We're at the spa in our resort that we're
You're
at.
such a spa guy.
I'm a big spa guy, and like I was with like 5 of my friends, and they're all like using the spa showers as we're getting ready for dinner.
Together.
And no, there was like 5 really nice individual
How was that
showers.
set up?
And there was only 5. There's 6 of us, so I'm like the
So
one
you shared one?
that's not taking a shower, so I'm by myself, and I'm waiting in the jacuzzi to go get in the shower, and there's a guy in the fucking ice pool. There's an ice pool that's like freezing cold water, and I wanted to get in there and try it out. And I like dip my feet in. And I'm like, holy fuck, that's freezing cold. And the dude in the pool turns around. He's like, get in the water, pussy. And it was Michael Phelps. Yeah. And I'm like, holy fuck, Michael, what's good, dude? And so I got in.
This has to be a made up story.
I'm
right?
chilling in the ice bath with Michael Phelps, and my friends come out of the shower, and they're like, holy fuck. And so they just showered for no reason, and they fucking came in the ice bath, and we were chilling. We were chilling with Michael Phelps for the like rest of the weekend.
You're such
Bro,
a
we
We
need
need the
to-
rest of the weekend.
So
bro.
we're at like a villa, and then he was like neighbors with us at the villa like place we were at, and at the villa area there's like private pool, private beach, and so anytime you want to go to the pool or beach, restaurant, like you got to walk down these stairs and go there, and that's where we spent like most of the weekend. And he was with some fucking dime all weekend, and we would be down chilling at the pool. And everybody else, like old geezers at this Cabo resort, except us, and then like Michael Phelps. And so our friend's older brother, who's also like fucking super athlete, was just like racing Michael Phelps in the pool. And we were like trying to, bet on who would win. And obviously Michael Phelps would kick his ass every time.
Bro.
Yeah.
We might have to sit Trent down and milk stories.
Dude, like he just like it happens in like flashes. It's like, oh, fucking Michael Phelps. Yeah, I spent like a weekend with him. We like raced him, and we're like, what?
This is just like the most rich kid story I've ever heard. It really is.
I
We were in a
mean,
villa.
The trip I went on was with the family that started LA Fitness.
Oh,
And
there
so
you
it was
go.
a very, very
Yeah.
wealthy area that we were in.
Yeah.
I
That's
was
why.
about to say, like, spring break in Cabo, like, with a private villa. I spring braked in, what is that fucking place in Florida? It starts with, like, Fort Lauderdale, and it was the greasiest, dirtiest
Yeah,
weekend
dude.
of my
Dude,
life. Like, I don't think I
I'm in
showered. I was,
South
like,
Padre during spring break.
Yeah.
It's dirty.
I was,
Like
like, blackout
ocean
drunk for a
shitty Maryland.
weekend.
Super random, but like when we were in the ice bath, like the TV was on and it was like breaking news, and it was a Boston Marathon like bombing.
No
and so
way.
So we found out like with
Michael
Michael Phelps that
Dude.
that happened. Yeah.
You'll never
I'll
forget
never
that.
forget that.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really need to milk stories from you, though. That's
We need to
incredible.
We need to start milking
That's
stories. For sure. We
incredible.
need like a pod episode where we just like maybe we chill with the sports and just stories.
Trent
And-
story time.
And
When he got out.
Adam Scott won the Masters that day as well, which is so random. I didn't remember that.
When he got out. Was there shrinkage? Like, he was doing it in a Speedo.
Yeah, he was in the Speedo.
Think of this.
Mike,
I'm
dude,
just
bro.
saying, like, dude, if I
Nobody
was
else was
Dave.
thinking that. Nobody else was thinking that.
But
Dude.
like he made it very clear, like before we even interacted with him, he's like, no photos, like put your phones away. He made us like put our phones away.
Yeah, because he just was going. Was that
Respect.
before or after the whole thing with him smoking? Did you remember?
It
that?
was after, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And because he was also wearing like a rollie that was fucking unbelievable, and he's not allowed to wear rollies, I guess, because he has another partnership or some shit. And so he was like, dude, if anyone saw me in this watch, like I would be absolutely fucked. Yeah.
Wait, but he was like, no photos, like.
Yeah, very clear right out the bat. We were just like,
I
all right.
respect that.
He was
fucking-
iced out in the ice bath.
And one of my friends tried to, like before he said that, and
Oh.
it was awkward as fuck.
That's
What
Was
Yeah.
he just like, no?
Yeah, he like went from like chill to like
To like, yeah, relax with that shit.
yeah, he went like super
See,
chill.
that's why I was scared to ask for pictures
Yeah.
this past weekend, because like, what if someone says no?
We were like 16, like
Yeah.
Gotcha.
we didn't know any better. But then we just ditched our
Dude,
phones.
like, would I have ever heard that story?
You
If,
know who he was with? Gretzky's daughter.
Dude, here it comes.
she's so fine, bro.
Aren't they?
That checks out.
Yeah.
He produced some absolute rockets.
She's married to DJ. She's
Yeah, I was
married
about
to
to
Dustin
say who she
Johnson.
Oh,
married to.
yeah.
Yep.
Maybe
So
were you with Dustin Johnson too?
No. But
Oh my god, you caught her in the act of cheating?
no, that was they.
They haven't been.
He also has like multiple daughters, I'm pretty sure.
He's got
Yeah,
multiple
if that
missiles.
happened in like what was that, like 2014?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, I
Gretzky
think that
might
they
be the
started
goat.
dating after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck?
Super random, crazy story, but yeah.
Dude, I need to start milking stories, bro. I feel
dude,
like I would have never heard that.
Like, to his question, like, would that have ever just come out, like, in any sort of casual conversation?
I mean, regarding Michael Phelps,
Dude, the only
maybe.
story you tell me is about like your sugar mommy in Pelican Hills. Like
That
that's
was
a-
also insane.
W story.
Like, off the rip, like, do you have any other goals? We know you do.
I mean,
We got time.
the one that comes to mind is just finessing the ACT.
Oh, dude, we don't have to,
We don't have to get
That
into
needs
that.
another like episode
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, let's play the game.
All right. The game again is gonna be guess the slogan or guess the brand,
Guess the brand with
and I'll
From
give you
the
the slogan. You guess the brand.
me and Lauren.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
All right, you guys
Back
started off.
again.
No.
Think different.
IBM, I think.
Is this us?
Yeah, I think it's IBM or Bing.
I mean, that's so random. I
I think
love
it's
it.
IBM or Bing. Think different. Hold on. It's not Apple. Oh, it might be Apple.
Oh yeah, it could be.
With the lady and she runs through
Think
the
you got
fucking
it.
crowd and
Think you got it.
think different. I think it might
Why'd
be
you say
Apple.
IBM so fast?
I don't know. I could just see that little I with the B and the M, and then it's like
Right.
think different. I think it might be Apple though. Like
Shoot it.
early Apple.
I can
Apple.
shoot it.
That is correct.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
from the commercial where she runs through and then throws the hammer at the thing, and then the color comes through, and it's like Apple.
Yeah,
Think
Trent
different.
didn't know
Do
that.
you watch your
I'm
commercials? Shit out of it.
Trent goes LG.
LG.
I'm shocked.
No, I might be. In my
You're
bag.
unbelievable at this
No, I might be
game.
in my bag.
Holy crap.
Fuck did Apple?
That
give
was their
us?
first ad campaign. You take a marketing class.
It's
in
just the fact you
college.
thought of IBM. Like, I gotta tip my hat to that too.
All right, let's bounce
All
back,
right,
Trent.
skip. All right. For Trent and Chelly, open happiness.
Some sort of beer.
Sprig.
Smile more.
Close.
Open happiness. I'm thinking of some sort of beer, beverage company. Is it like? It's not Coca-Cola, right?
Fuck. It might be.
I have nothing other
I
than
think it
Coke.
is Coke.
I'm gonna go Coca-Cola.
That is correct.
Good shit.
go, baby.
Good shit.
Yeah, I was like, I think that's Coke.
Yeah.
Smile more.
All right, we're gonna go back to Lauren and Mikey.
Me.
2 for 2. That is.
That's
That might
impressive.
be the first time that's ever happened
Yeah.
on this couch or those couches. Next, the ultimate driving machine.
Ooh, I got it.
Let's fucking go, Trent. Ford GMC. It's definitely about a truck. What is Ford? Oh, it could be Ram. It could be Ram. Yup. What's GMC?
Do you know it, Trent?
I think you're right with Ram. Feels like just out there enough to
You
be
know what I mean?
like the ultimate driving machine. Ram.
Hold on.
I don't know. I feel like you were on some with Ram. The ultimate driving machine. Ram. When I think Chevy, I think of the hippie mobiles, and like I just picture some guy smoking a joint in the ad, being like,
No.
"We drive across country."
Chevy trucks are.
Oh, Chevy
Staples.
trucks.
God, that's a tough one to pick between. 'Cause
I
they
think
all-
you're right
Think
with
a
Ram.
truck.
You wanna
Or you
run
think
Ram?
truck?
Yeah, we're gonna go Ram.
That is incorrect.
Is it Volkswagen?
It's not Ford.
Is that your answer?
That's your answer.
Wait.
I don't know. Is it Ford or Volkswagen?
I said it's
Who you
not
guys-
Ford.
Do you want to do a
Ford
truck?
is
Dude,
built
The
tough.
reason I say Volkswagen is because like German engineering. I feel like they always do
Fuck,
like
if it's Ford, I'm gonna be so pissed.
the ultimate driving machine. I just think German engineering because like machine. They
Ram.
started with machinery.
The ultimate driving machine.
That felt so good. That felt so good.
The new Ram truck.
Then fucking do that. Let's do Ram because I don't want to.
Ram.
That's what we
Yeah,
just
They already
did.
guessed that.
What?
What did you
What
guessing?
did they guess?
Ram.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Y'all.
Do you want us to do
Y'all are
Dodge?
so
Is
crazy.
Dodge Ram?
Dodge. The ultimate driving
Oh, let's
machine.
just do Dodge.
That's incorrect. Chelly, you're onto something. It is German. It's BMW.
Bro, I didn't know the BMW were not. Wait,
Such an
BMW
ultimate
and
driving
Volkswagens are different?
It was definitely always a luxury car.
Dude, I thought BMW off rip, but I didn't think. I thought a BMW is a Volkswagen.
No.
Should have just known that German confidence. They'd be like the ultimate driving machine, whereas we're like built tough.
Yes.
I knew I was on something, bro.
The new Ford Ram.
Shit.
All right. All right. So still 1-1. Back to it's to you guys, right?
Yeah, it's for
In the
us.
front.
The new
The
botanist.
happiest place on earth.
The happiest place on
I
earth.
mean, dude. If you don't know this
Ford
shit,
botanist.
It's you,
Trent,
Trent.
this is
It's
for
you
us.
guys. It's you
Oh.
guys.
It's fucking Disneyland.
That is correct.
I didn't know that. I would have
Are
been
you
Carnival
serious?
Cruise.
You gave him one close to home, so let's get us one close to home.
Whoa, it's
All
not my
right.
fault. Trent knows
Back
ball.
to you guys.
Yeah.
This one,
Did a deep
I'm
cut.
not even gonna say anything. Let's go places.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's a killer.
Mastercard.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh,
Is it Mastercard?
I think so.
It is not MasterCard.
Wow.
Is it Ford? Let's go
No.
places.
No.
It's not Ford?
Visa. Let's go places.
No, it's not Visa, bro.
The
The thing
Dodge
is, I
Ram.
know that one.
Ford. Let's go places. Dude, I think it's Ford.
Let's go place. I know this one, dude.
MasterCard is rushed.
No, that felt good.
Discover. Let's go places. Discover.
That's incorrect.
Oh my.
Why did we dap up before, bro?
Toyota.
Toyota, yes.
Fuck. It was a
Yes, I
car,
knew
bro.
that.
You gotta start trusting my first read.
go,
I'm like Welts on the search stream, bro. First read and then everything else.
First read, then we move.
What was your first read?
Forward, but I was
Oh.
like thinking car off rip.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Yeah.
Ford botanies. Let's go places.
All right, one more.
All right, ready for the
Tiebreaker?
last one? Tiebreaker?
Well, no, they have one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys get this one.
If you get this, we're out.
Save money, live better.
Save money. Live better.
Ford.
Papa John's. No.
Eat better.
Save
Money.
money. Live better.
Props got
Walmart.
cash.
Bingo.
That is correct.
Bingo.
Wow.
Trent
Bingo.
watches so much TV.
Fuck, that was
Bingo.
good. Do you have an extra one just for the bit?
Yeah, I can pull one up right here.
All right. Just for Lauren and I.
Save money, live better. Walmart.
All right. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else,
Oh.
there's blank.
Dodge Ram.
For everything else, there's
For everything else.
MasterCard. There's Visa. There's
Yeah,
some things money
it's-
can't buy. For everything else, there's.
That's the one that's like priceless. Remember those commercials like priceless, priceless. You know what I mean?
I want to say, do you have anything?
I know what it is. I
For
do.
everything else,
I'll
there's
put my nuts on tape for this
Visa.
one too.
Visa? Incorrect.
I thought it was Visa.
There's some
totally
things
thought-
money can't buy. Say the rest.
For everything else.
For everything else, there's blank.
I don't watch enough TV, man.
Fuck. Is it insurance?
No, Trent. It's a card.
Might be MasterCard.
It's one of those cards.
What was your MasterCard last?
It's the new Dodge Ram.
Just go Discover. It's not Discover.
Discover.
That is incorrect. It's MasterCard.
Oh, that was Mastercard.
Damn
I
it!
didn't want to do
You said that
Mastercard.
off
Did they not guess that?
No, they guess Visa.
Yeah, he said MasterCard off the rip, though.
GG's.
All right, well, that's been another episode that we'll be seeing pod. There's only going to be one episode this week, so that's why I went a little bit longer. As always, we appreciate you guys. You remember to like and subscribe. You get this podcast where you find podcasts. That's Spotify. It's Apple Podcasts, and we will be seeing you.
Like the
Be
video.
Be.
Like the video. Like the video.
Fuck him, I'm Jeep.